point on head.
Bill and Rory here.
Hey, guys.
On live stream 1 on Ace Point Backgammon YouTube channel, and she's going to switch this. Okay, so here we are.
Okay. Hey, folks. Monster double fours by Dennis just now. Looking to get a gammon for to go up 2 away, 9 away.
Stream 2.
Big match here against two great players. Technically, probably David Wells has got the advantage, but Dennis is no slouch.
Okay.
Chose to leave a few shots here to make coming home a little bit easier.
So
and now he's just going to come down and come in for sure. David Wells needs to come in badly. And dice aren't being very nice to him right now.
Almost need some shades to watch these big screen TVs with that red.
Especially the one on the left, the TV on the left is super bright.
Yeah.
Major gammon threats here. So they're playing no dice on checkers, and they're rolling. So we see a bunch of
responsible moves.
Oh, and responsible moves.
Yeah. You played in the tournament. You didn't know that?
No. Didn't really need to because I'm never playing responsible moves. I'm always, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway,
is there anything bad if he takes this off? I don't think so. So why not take the checker off?
And of course, what should be obvious to the viewers on the camera there, David's in the light blue shirt, Dennis in the dark blue. Dennis playing the white checkers, top of the board. David, the black checkers at the bottom of the board.
6-3 should be right here. Clear from the rear. There you go. No shots can be left on this roll. I think I would have slotted the bar, but because you got some time. No, you don't move that check. You just take one off there. No shots. No shots before it's time. No shot. Ooh, this will make the bar. Why is he just not making the bar? Oh. I guess he's still trying to save.
This is going to be tough to save.
Yep, just that one all the way. That was a bad roll for Dennis, but he's in a pretty great position here.
Pardon me.
Maybe he's just trying to save the
burn
game.
as few pips as he can. Get crossovers and don't burn pips.
Maybe he saw some gammon saves I didn't. So if does this, it's 6-5, 6-4, 5-4, which is 6 shots.
That. I'd take the 3 off and go to the ace.
And if he does this, it's only 6-2. So this should be better. And takes a checker off. Still trying to save the gammon. Is he going to waste a few pips and make the 4-point now, or is he going to continue what he's been doing and just bring checkers in?
Just bring them in. I don't like that.
He wastes 2 pips here.
I try to beat the G and
clear. Yep. Now there's going to be 6 shots possible, or 6 shot leaving numbers, I should say. Just cover from if he's going to slot the 4, you got to make the 4. So just make it from the 10 point. So why would he slot it and not make it this roll?
Yeah. Why would you? Yeah. Why do you burn them last roll?
I'm not sure which play was right, but if you're going to slot it, you're only slotting it so you can make it. I guess that play seems reasonable. Dennis takes 2 off, of course.
Okay.
Only 9 checkers left.
You can perfectly use those.
Is it worth wasting the other 2 pips now? Let's see. Dennis has 10, 24. But you can make the, let's call it 30. Call it 33.
You must be behind Ben.
10,
refresh your.
So his pure count.
Refresh your screen. No 6 to be cleared.
So about 30, 10, 20. 20 is a pure count. If you make an adjustment, it's probably around 30, 10, 20, 24, 32. How many pips does he have to get off the gammon?
Yeah, I think
10,
this is, for me, this
20,
is right.
30. It's actually pretty close, so this might be right. Yeah.
Okay, so he's
So
got
now he's
6.
four
He's got
rolls.
7 crossovers to get it. To beat.
Oh, we didn't want to throw that away. That's a
He's
blunder.
got 7 crossovers.
Oh, he came
got
back.
it back.
He came back. Big roll.
It's going to be a huge save.
Yeah.
Huge save.
You know, he's a big favorite to save it.
I mean, it was so.
That does it.
That did it. So improbable. And
well, I wouldn't. I mean, it was probably in the 50-50 range, but after the double, maybe it was actually probably only 35-40. But double sixes, basically.
that's
Actually, that was an interesting initial cube. I was surprised it was even a double, or my thought was maybe this isn't even a cube, and so people thought Justin Noel I saw commented that he thought it was a double at this. I'm sorry, a take at the score, but I was surprised Dennis's leader doubled that, but maybe I misunderstood the position. Did anyone put in that initial cue by Dennis? What was the no double? I'm sure it was a take, so what was the no double error there? What's that?
they're both live.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get behind, you know.
Justin, that initial cube, was it clearly 100% a cube? Or was there any question at all? But you said you thought it was a take at this score, so I'm guessing you think the double was as clear as day. It seemed like he had too much work to do, but he nearly won a gammon, so not that that's... $5-2, big nice roll for David. Brought both checkers in, hit one of them, looking for an anchor. Dennis is looking to anchor and make a point and cover. He doesn't get the anchor, but he does slightly better than just covering. He makes the 5 point and then gets to hit a second checker. That was quite a good roll. In the world, not quite a joker, but had to be pretty close to a joker. Now Dennis is looking to roll a 6 to hit or a 5 to cover. He'll cover with the 5, and now he has a 3. I think you're supposed to... Yeah, nothing wrong with coming down. My first thought was up, but this is probably better. Three, 2. That's a nice come in. He gets to make the... Ooh, he doesn't get an anchor here. What's Dennis got? A 6-5. I think you just run from the front. Or...
I'm thinking
I don't
go 22-11.
Oh, just went all the way. I don't want to get pointed on the 5 point, so I'd rather get hit than pointed on the 5 point. That's what Dennis agreed.
Okay.
Not sure it's right at all, but that was the thinking. Now, does he advance his anchor to the 3 point, or does he just make the bar? What 4 does he have if he doesn't? If he makes the slides at 4, so I guess he couldn't find another 4, so he made this play, which makes sense. 4-1. Oh, that's going to make the 9, and then look for... Oh, no. You can make the 9 with the 4. I didn't see that. But... I think it's time to challenge. I would make the 9 and come up from the back. Then it says, no, I don't want to... Oh, I didn't see this. You can play 6-5. It's a little flexible. Yeah, this is probably right. I missed it. Actually said it was a small take, which means it was a monster double. Which means... Ooh, 6-1. What a great roll. Does he hit the checker? Does he make the...
Hits the checker or makes the 5 point? I'm making the 5 point.
Yeah, it's hard to turn that down. This looks really nice. But putting a third checker back is also good.
Something to be said for that.
I would guess that making the 5 point is right here.
Ooh.
Hey, Melanie, are you actually transcribing the match, or are you just putting in positions? And I'm guessing if you're putting in positions, you can confirm that this is a great play making the 5 point. 3-2 is get points on head. Of course. It's a great roll. Are you tapping at me? Oh, huge roll by David Wells. He needed that one.
Whoa, and David trailing.
Yeah.
Sends it.
Does not need to be shy with the cube.
Trailing big.
Now, does Dennis have a take here? Seems like he does.
I think he's going to take this. I think it's a take.
He's going to take his time, as he should.
Surprises us. He lets it go.
He lets it go. Okay. He says, seems like 3 checkers behind a 4 prime is not where he wants to be. That's a reasonable thing when you're leading 7-2. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, Dennis is like the first person I ever played backgammon with for money, and he's been a very dear friend for almost 30 years. Other than myself, he was the only backgammon player at my wedding, him and his wife Peggy. He's a dear friend, so if I have rooting interest here, it's Dennis. And to compound that, this weekend in both the first round of the Super Jackpot, our Master Jackpot, whatever it's called, this event actually, was it first round or second round? It was second round. David Wells beat me. I was up actually 9-2 to 11, and he came back and won, which is rude. And then in the what is it? Second chance? Yeah, second chance match. I had the pleasure of playing Mr. Wells again, and this time he led 7-0 to 9.
You got him.
No, came back to 7-4. He got to Crawford, I got to DMP, and he just crushed me at DMP. But it was 2 great matches. I have had many really long, grueling matches this weekend. My win-loss record is probably right around 50%. But it's been a lot of fun. Some great matches, and played a lot of good people. And look forward to coming back here next year. So David's home free. He's looking at his pip count and says I'm not up enough to double, but wishes he had turned that cube because this should be a double pass. Unless Dennis comes back with something really big as well. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. Let's get a quick race count. 2, 4, 6, so 6 times 48, 58, 68, 78, 82, 85.
49.
85 and 26 is 111. 111 for black, 39, 49, 50, 81, 91, 01, 11, 21.
80, 111,
31, 32.
129, 132.
Yep. So, what did I say for black? Do you remember?
You counted it.
Well, 132. I didn't put my fingers down to remember it. 48, 58, 68, 70, 82, 85.
Oh, we're getting punch
11.
drunk.
111 to 132, we said?
Yeah.
21 pips sounds like double pass.
Looky here.
Dennis takes.
Dennis says.
I think 21 pips is too many pips to take this. Now. Oh, he has the bot on the board, so you can bring 2 down and get hit. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
But David Wells says, I don't want to get hit.
For it right then.
Justin says you don't ever want to get hit with a shot. Don't leave shots if you don't want to get hit. And so is this one of the Justin Noel rings true that you don't actually bring 2 down here and leave that 7 shot? Or was it time since he had the blot? He said making the 5 point. So Benjamin Harris says looks like the making the 5 point was much better. We agreed with that. That led to the 1 point victory by Mr. Wells. Okay, now he's the 5-2. If he's not going to leave it when he has a bottom board, he shouldn't be leaving it now. He's not close to running out of time. And he does not leave the blot. Dennis should be slotting here. Just slot the 2-point. Actually, maybe you slot the ace and leave the checker outside, saving your 6. He says, nope.
What time is
Let's play pure. Oh, double 4s clears beautifully. So, all goes as it looks at Will. Mr. Wells will win 2 points and pull within 7-5. I think also based on the score, this was a pass. So I was kind of surprised Dennis took this one. Is giving up 1 point when your opponent is... Ooh! Dennis just rolled boxes to make this a very close game.
Man.
He's still going to be trailing, it looks like. Get a quick count of black. 25, 49, 56. 56 and 16 is 72. 4-1. 40. Oh, wow. It's like super close. He doesn't want to lift the blot, but I think he's supposed to. So he needs the flexibility, but you really don't want to take the
Pretty
checker off the
because
3-point.
remember what, Dennis was down 20 or 21?
Yeah, I think it was 21.
When he took
unless
that.
I miscounted.
Wow.
No, he's down around 8 or 10 maybe on roll.
Were you down
40.
here earlier? Did
One
you
second, 44, 54, 60, 70, 81. Oh, he's down a little more than that. 81. That's 30, 40, 58, 68. So he's down. No, he's down 12 before. I'm sorry, I must have miscounted. He's down 12 before the 401, it looks like. Or after the 4. 5-3. You can make the ace point. That creates a little more waste. Is it just time to go? He's going to count the race and decide based on that. Looks like there's 6 checkers on the 5 points, so that'd be 30, 40, 50, 60, 72 for black. 72 for black and 44, 60, 73. That's a 1-pip race right now. I would run. I don't think pointing on is much worse than getting yeah.
What's the count, Roy?
I think 73, 72 after the roll. There's an extra checker on that you don't see. It's hiding on the 5 points. So there's 30 pips there, 40, 50, 60, 72. Oh, that's a big roll. So now it's 17 pips. Oh, 2 big rolls in a row. Davidson. Oh, and 2 not big rolls in a row. So there's a gala tonight at a Greek restaurant somewhere. Do you happen to know where that is?
I do not know where it is.
Wow.
I don't know if they're organizing transportation or if you're on your own. Or...
I have a car, so if you need a ride. Yeah.
I don't know that we're going. It just depends on what these streams are doing.
Well, they should be done by then. Because after the awards are going to be here on property. Awards ceremony is going to be here, but then there's the gala dinner is at this Greek restaurant supposedly.
Did you see? Did you see the end of the mega jackpot final?
I did not, but I understand Mr. Jose Farca timed out against Kimon and then was upset. But as I'm sure I would
mean,
be as well.
I don't know. He was frustrated.
Yeah.
As
Well,
anyone.
no, upset maybe as much as himself as any.
Yeah.
The situation.
But we called Arda down, and
I guess you guys looked at.
they
the tape.
reviewed all the
Yeah.
video. They went back and
I'm glad that was done because I think that's the proper thing. If you ask me, do I ever want to win that way? Kind of question. No, I don't want to win that way. But
if it
it's not
does happen, it happens.
Yeah, and it's not my fault that my opponent timed out. Just like if I lost that way, it wouldn't be my opponent's fault. It's mine.
So they went back and reviewed, but between every game,
Yeah.
to see if the
right.
clock might have been running.
Or how quickly was it paused at the end of the decision? But I heard he spent like 2 to 3 minutes on the last decision of the match, and then and just sat there and his clock ran out after 2 or 3 minutes. Is that right?
It was on here,
okay.
But we were commenting on the other stream.
Yeah, someone told me literally he just sat there for 2 or 3 minutes and just forgot about the clock.
Yeah.
It really sucks, but
That's unfortunate.
You got to pay attention.
Tar came over here and said, "You need to get Arda."
Yeah, it's an Arda issue for sure. But I'm glad Arda's the preeminent tournament director of the world, and he knew the proper steps to take, and checking to see if it was
and
kosher.
Yeah, it was made sure it was kosher. Gave them, I don't know what's the right word I want to use, but you show some empathy to Jose.
Oh yeah, it's brutal
to review it. And
absolutely.
Make sure all was kosher, and and come on, and Jose both just sat there and watched with Arda, and there was no.
Looks like they're about to take a break. Is that what I just heard, or maybe not? Yeah, Dennis is taking a break.
Like Dennis is gonna make a little trip down the hall.
They have plenty of time left, but they've used a good amount of time on their clock from their clocks. Such an important match, the final of a super jackpot. Were there 48 players in this event, or was it 6? Did they get 64?
This was mega. This
is super.
This was 32. They had an 8 overflow.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, 32 players. Still, nice big prize for first place.
What was kind of interesting, and different tournaments are different, and the demographics are different.
Yeah.
And they had a tremendous number of local players.
Oh yeah.
Here.
I heard there were a lot of players from New York that actually don't even play in the New York tournament.
Oh, really?
That were here. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
But, it's kind of interesting for 140 in the
142
whatever
in the championship division. Yeah,
in the championship division, they had 16 in the mega jackpot.
Yeah,
they had
32.
40.
40. Yeah, 40.
Overflow,
yeah.
40 in the super jackpot.
Yep.
And in relation to a lot of other tournaments, they had a lot more people, but they didn't have as many people in the jackpots.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Actually, my jackpot numbers were down, even though I had 100 players this year in the championship division. First time I ever had 100. I think my jackpots overall actually were down a little bit as well. Maybe people are just wanting to come out more so for the main tournament than ever before, but not wanting to gamble quite as much or spend quite as much.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back. I think you can handle it. Are you okay doing this for just a moment?
With handling it.
Okay. If our friend Blake is here, if he can sit and hold your hand.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right
Thank you. Oh man.
I thought it was scores.
7-5. No, David won the 2. David won that last game. Did he? Or did he not?
I don't think he did. No, he didn't win.
No, David won the last game. Did he? I don't know. I can check it. Yeah, David was down 7-3. Or was there yet another game after that? So he's going to win. That makes it 7-5. That's 7-5. And then they played another game, which must have been an early Cuban drop. Okay, yeah, so it's right. Okay. Oh, man. Tired.
Me too. Yeah.
Man. Been, well, we got here Monday late afternoon, so 6 days of it.
David's not moving. Is he still there? Yeah.
Eh.
Bathroom. You look like you were asleep.
I was just deep breathing.
Deep breathing, huh?
Focus. So I think I'm playing well.
Yeah, I think you're playing well. You got back into it.
Yes, I did.
That was nice.
Yeah. I was on the ropes and I was like, for a second. No, it's anyone's game.
I don't know that. I just think that. Good match, guys.
Do I have one? No, thank you, Roy. Stew cats. Okay, so we're off and running at 4-way, 5-way.
Yeah.
Okay, so back at it. 5-3 for Dennis. Just gonna bring that check around, make the 10-point. Nice. Just cleared one of his 2 back checkers. Ah, nice double 4. Makes 2 points. So Dennis got 1 checker back. Needs to get it home. That won't do it, but still, that's a pretty productive roll. Double 6s was a monster. 5-1. Now Dennis is going to have a cube decision. I don't think you want to leave too many blots out there, Mr. Wells. So I think you should be safe.
What are you doing with the cube as Dennis?
At this score, I am sending it.
I am sending it also.
Yeah.
David's got to be
David's got
cognizant of the 4-way.
gammon for sure. And his timing isn't good for an ace-point game. He's going to have to win this going forward, most likely. Not because, well, I guess he could get a shot, depending on when Dennis rolls. There are shot-leaving numbers. Yeah, I think this is the right idea if you're planning on taking the cube. Although you don't want to get hit, but you need to counter prime if he doesn't roll a 6. So I think this is the right idea. Or is it right to pick up the blot? I don't know. This is hard stuff. But also make sure 6 is good now, so you definitely don't want to. I don't know. This is probably a double pass, so at least I'm thinking it's double pass, so I probably wouldn't encourage him to roll on. This is my natural play, but maybe it just doesn't matter, and maybe it's just double pass no matter what you do. What are Dennis's bad rolls? Double 4s. He did decide to slot it. Is Dennis going to take a swing now? I would be sending the cube for sure.
Is somebody saying Bill?
Huh? What'd you say? Oh. I'll be somewhat surprised if Dennis doesn't send this cube. Yeah, he does have counter priming numbers, but you have gammon potential if you roll a 6. Roll boxes. You hadn't cubed. You're really sad.
Dave, are you going to take?
I don't think so. I think I think no matter what play you made, it's double pass. But if you're going to take, this is the way to take. And if it is a take, this is the play that makes it a take. Everything else must be a pass. So, but I'm passing here.
I'm passing this at score.
Yep. When your opponent's 4 away and the gammons mean this much. This is that unusual score, 4 away, 5 away, where the leader actually has more cube power on the initial cube than the trailer does. There is no other score where that's true. It's makes this very unique situation.
Probably just a pass at 4 away.
Hello, Miss Tara. Yeah, I heard David just say something from the room about possibly passing. He's talking to himself.
Women's.
Same.
Oh, let Rory handle
Oh, I don't know if I can do this all by myself. I'm not used to talking. Tara just groaned. And I think David correctly passed. If he was going to take, that was going to be the checker play that he was going to take with, because he has counter prime abilities if Dennis doesn't hit. But I think that was a proper pass at this score. I think we don't have an XG running, but I think these guys are playing quite well. Yeah, I can see the board. Tara just said about some serious contrast. I guess it all depends on the TV you're looking at, but we have two TVs here, and one has the red board kind of muted, and the other one has it blazing. Yeah. Gotcha. How do you know? Just curious. Oh, just by going to look at the board. Gotcha. So 2-1 here. This is Dennis's 2-1. This is the final. See? Why are you gonna be so technical? Yeah, Dennis. I'm sorry. David Wells is attacking here. I like this. Now, if he happens to get hit back, I was going to say it's a great opportunity to make a nice advanced anchor, but this will reduce his opportunities to do such as he's making the 5-point. That was a monster roll by Dennis. There is an advanced anchor, though. He'll make the 22 point, sorry. Dennis has a nice advanced position here. Advantage position, I should say. Has 7s and 8s, not all of them, but 7/8 to hit. 10s to make the bar. Actually, 10s can run as well. So 9s. That's probably like one of his worst rolls, actually. He has no good fours anywhere. So what do you do with this? This is one of the things that tests whether you're a good backgammon player. And I think since you have no good fours, you got to hit with the 4. So that's what you're doing with the 4. And the 5 out makes sense. The 5 down might be better, but this looks very reasonable, probably right. 4-5, he comes in. Once again, not a good roll. Doesn't have good 5s. I think he's just got to pick up the blot. Or what if he just comes out? It duplicates the 2s and the 2s to hit and the 4s that cover. So coming out could be right as well here. And that's what he's going to do, it looks like. Makes sense. Double 1s. That's going to hit 2 checkers. That's like a massively good roll. Especially if Mr. Wells does not roll a 2 here. Oh, double 4s. That's a pretty darn good reply as well. Now, what is the right play? Does he just make the 4 point, or does he come out to the bar? He can point on head, but that doesn't look right. Oh, he can also bring 2 down. 2 down just completely disconnects those 4 back checkers. So if you like connectivity, this is definitely the best play. This is an interesting decision. I have no idea what's right. Antoinette says she likes 2 down, but this seems like the most pure play in terms of keeping things connected. 4, and he's not going to leave that blot. Just pick it up. That 4 was a nice roll. Making that 9 point was really good. 5-1 is Yulch. So 5 down, and what's he going to do with the 1? Just move to the bar. Makes sense. He would have rather, make a point in his board or been able to slot the 5 point. Unfortunately, that was not part of the 6-5. That's going to go all the way to the 11 point. Dennis, big favorite here. Unless David Wells rolled a 4, and he did not. He rolled double 3s, which makes a nice board, but he's way down in the race here. Yeah, he has 2 holding positions, 2 position points, I should say. Both the bar and the 21 points. But I think he might be a little bit short of a cube, but this has got to be pretty close. He's way up in the race. So if you just count crossovers, it's 11 checkers to 11 crossovers, I should say. Crossovers, not checkers. 11 crossovers to, that's 10, 11, 12, 14. So Dennis is counting the race. How much does he need to be up to send the cube here? It is a 3-away, 6-away score, which is something you want to be careful about doubling. The double window is generally very small when there is a much gammon equity. But Dennis does not see a lot of gammon equity, so that's why he sent the cube. And I'm not sure if it's right or not, once again, but I don't think it was a terrible double, but it may not be right. But it very well could be right. So once again, this game is hard. This game we play is extremely difficult, and you get in these positions and at these scores, and it's clearly a cube at one score, but not a double at another, and you need to try and decipher that. And that yeah, of course. Yeah. The chat has been quite slow. Oh, okay. Oh, sure. Wow, this is great. Double 3s. He would love to keep those checkers going, but he can't, so he's thinking about bringing 2 in. Or you can just bring the guy from the 8 point all the way, which I think I don't want to create a gap, so this would definitely be my play. I think this is a clear good play by Dennis here. Four 1. He's not leaving. Oh, he could have run with the 4. I think he probably should have run with the 4, with Dennis's 2 blots there. Because he's going to have to go sooner or later. I guess he's probably going to go now. Yep. Now, is he running with both? No, he says, with those 2 blots, I'll leave the blot there. Maybe I can entice him into leaving me a shot. 4-1. Oh, no, he just clears the 9 point. Of course, that's actually quite a good roll. For only being 5 pips. He wanted to clear that point. Sees less reason to stay there now. Dennis is up a pretty good amount here. Just wants to bring those checkers in, then start bearing them off. Both of them in. Beautiful. Six five is just going to cover, of course. Looking to avoid a shot, and that brings them both in without leaving a shot. Dennis is a big favorite to win 2 points here and get to Crawford. Six one will take 2 checkers off for sure. David will be running with that 5-4 all the way, 1 checker. Not going to get any shots this roll, but might get one next roll, so he leaves that checker there. 5-3 will, once again, we'll just take 2 checkers off and leave no shots on the next roll, or no shot leaving numbers on the next roll. He's thinking about running, or since he knows he's not getting a shot on the next roll, or does he, yep, he decides, looks like he's deciding to go. Thinks he saves gammon, a combination of saving gammon and winning more races from this than staying there. And saving the gammons are quite important, since a gammon for Dennis would win the match. That double 5 was enormous, but Dennis needs another big double to have any chance at the gammon. No more gammon, so looks like Mr. Wells will live to play at the score of Crawford 5 away, which makes him about 16%. Oh, 2-1. It's still mathematically possible, but extremely improbable for David Wells to do anything here. And that will finish it off. So Dennis now leads 10-6 Crawford. We won't see a cube in this game. If David Wells wins, then the cube comes back into play. Dennis is fine with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left, and David's a little low on time. He has a minute 48. If we get into some complicated games, the clock could definitely come into play here. 6-4 for after a 4-3 split. 6-4. He runs all the way. Looks right to me. Five one. I don't think I lift that blot. I think I just play the 5 down and scoot to the 20 point. Ooh, stackage. I don't think that can be right. Gammons don't matter in this game. Just trying to win. So I would not have lifted that checker. Now that he rolled that 6-4, though, it doesn't matter a whole lot. But that he'd be anchoring on the 20 instead of the 21. I don't think there's any other play here. I guess you can bring, you anchor with the 3 and then you can bring the 4 down, but this makes more sense. I mean, you have 5 checkers on both the 6 and 8 points, so putting a checker on the 4 points is always a good thing when you're preparing to bear off or build a board. He does that. Takes his time in doing so. Is it correct to volunteer this 2 and 10 shots? I don't think I would have done that. Well, he's getting hit. Well, gammons don't matter, so it very well could be right to block. Now he has 3 to play. Does he pick it up or does he push to the ace, reducing shots? He goes for the shot reduction play. Oh, double ones. Monsterly good roll for Mr. Wells. No, DW is a force. Knowing the gammons don't really matter, I would not be coming out. I'd be slotting the 5-point here. Good play, Dennis. 3-2. He does get hit back. Now he can... Oh, he decides to come out. He can also come down with the 2. He may change his mind. I like coming down. Rather get hit on the 5-point than the 7. Although this makes his 6. Once again, gammons don't matter, so I would be hitting. Can't let that last guy just go home free. If you get hit back, you can make the 3-point and have a nice, or 22-point. What? Gammons don't matter. At this score, you're not worried about saving a gammon. You're trying to make the best play to win the game. It's essentially DNP play. So I think this is clearly correct. Nice play, Dennis. 1-6. Gets hit back. Now he's hoping to roll a 3. 4-1. He'll come in on the 24 and hit. Once again, if he gets hit back, he can make... He's not getting hit back, so he's going to come in with a 3. Oh, he's getting hit. Yep. 13-12. Yep, for sure. Now Dennis needs to roll a 1 or a 3 to secure the back game. And the timing on it looks a little bit fast, actually. It's actually still a lot fast. But it is a 6 checker back. There's a 3-1. Now, this is an interesting play. He decides, yep, this makes sense, and you can actually go ahead and slot the 5-point here. Pasco would be slotting the 5-point for sure. Is it right, though? Yeah. Some Blake behind me just said backgammons count. And that is a factual statement. So Wells says, I don't want to give him any more timing. So I'm not hitting that 4. So if that's true, then slotting the 5-point was definitely right. And now Dennis has 1 more 2 to make. There, he made it. He's going to need to hop a checker out so he has some more ammunition. Now he needs a 6 badly. 4-1 will just slot. David Wells wants to row small. He actually decides to slot the back of the prime. That way, if Dennis escapes a checker, he's also hurting his timing. 3-2 is a nice small roll. Dennis comes up with a 3. I'm not sure that's right. Might be right to just come up with the 2. Because depending on what point David clears, it might force him off that 22 point. And he wants to make the 3-point, so I would come up with the 2 and in with... Oh. I don't think this is right. I think this could be...
Trailer is important.
Interesting. Not sure why Dennis chose to make this play. I would have come up with, like I said, with the 2, but maybe you know some or understand something that I don't. Double 2s is a lot more pips than Dennis wish he had rolled, unless it included a 6. Now he has 1 more 2 to play. Decides to open all those blots.
Now we should cover it up. You can't.
That's an important 6. Dennis needed that 6. He decides to cover the 3-point. I'm not sure I would have done that. Yeah. 5 and 4. Oh. He says, you want to mess with my timing? Let me get yours a little more. Hit another checker, Dennis. Dennis says, no, thank you. We'll just be running this check around. Now, David actually does want to hit this checker because then it would force Dennis to need he absolutely wants to hit this checker. Because if he hits that checker, then it forces Dennis to roll a 6 or he breaks his board. Of course he does. Yeah. 100% hitting that checker would have been right if he could have. Say again? Hitting that checker would have been beautiful. I don't know what you mean. If you hit that... No, for sure it would have been... Because it causes him to crack his board if he doesn't... Dennis doesn't roll a 6.
Yep.
It doesn't. It actually doesn't do that. Sarah's saying that not hitting the checker on the 10-point would have given Dennis more timing, but it actually wouldn't have had that effect because if Dennis doesn't roll a 6, then he cracks his 6-point, which is the worst thing that can happen to him right now. So he's got have one more. He has one more. He doesn't want to make the ace point. If he brings the checker in, then it forces his 5s to the ace. So, yeah. And that's another thing, the 6 has to come out. Oh, that's going to break a point. That should be somewhat helpful to Dennis. I guess he's thinking about clearing the 2 points. Oh, I didn't even see this. That's interesting. Or clearing the 8 anyways. I don't know why he chose to clear the 8 instead of the 9. This forces 6 is what she's saying. But the other place would have... Oh, no, it didn't force anything. Ah, nice call, Katara. Nice job. 4-3. That's not good for Dennis. But I don't think he can break his board, so I think he's just got to run. He's just got to run it. Although I wouldn't have left the extra blot. I wouldn't have made the ace point. Maybe it was right. 4-1. It's going to allow him to hit twice. Now, this is a big roll. Dennis gets a 4. He's going to be the favorite in this game, but he does not. So Mr. Wells is close to winning this Crawford game. Oh, he can't. Oh, he does get the cover. I thought it didn't cover. My bad. 4-1. Oh, fans. Wells just wants to bring this host home nice and quietly. Take his 1 or 2 points. Likely to be 2 if he doesn't get hit. And when he wins the game, he's probably winning 2 points. But this is backgammon. Anything can happen. 4-1. Nice. Clears from the back. Would like to have taken the checker off. No, I said gammons don't matter, but backgammons do. But Wells just left a shot, so Dennis is looking to hit this. Ah, he missed. So backgammons would be enormous, but now super unlikely to get a backgammon. And I will take 2 checkers out. And that should guarantee the gammon right there. It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you take 2 crossovers. I would have put 1 on the 6 point. But once again, it doesn't really matter. It could be tied. And now the game is over. So Dennis got credit for saving the backgammon because whatever he rolled, he was moving that only checker left in the home board. So it's now 10-8 post Crawford. which means unless David Wells wins a backgammon, no, I'm sorry, it's 10-8 post, so he can win. He can win the match with a gammon. So you're going to see the cube come out pretty quickly. Dennis does not. Well, actually, he could play the little game that they were talking about earlier, that Neil was talking about. So he can wait on the cube because it's an automatic double take. Dennis's take point is somewhere around 31%, I believe, or 32, depending on who you speak to. Somewhere between the two. I think it's closer. I think it's 31.2, so it's like 31. Dennis is the favorite here, so he takes. And David Wells doesn't play the non-double shtick. Six two, nice roll to get that those back two checkers out. Dennis is looking for a 5, and he gets a 5. Oh, he can make the 8, or he can come in and split the back checkers. And that's what he chooses to do. Oh, huge double roll 2s for David, who needs the gammon to win the match. Dennis is looking for an advanced anchor here. That's not going to get it done. That's not even that's nothing but a forced play right there. 4-1. He's hitting twice. Going for the gammon. Dennis needs a 5, or at least to come in with those other 2 checkers. Only the 1 comes in. The good news about that is he has 1 checker in that's unlikely to get... Oh, I just said it's unlikely to get attacked, but he rolled boxes. Wow. And Dennis comes in with the 2. David looking for a 6 to put that guy back on the bar, and there he goes. Dennis needs a 2 to give himself a lifeline. And he gets the 2. Now he's going to need this anchor. 6-2, he's going to get attacked again. Once again, Dennis needs a 2 or double 3s to bring checkers in. So to avoid the gammon and oh, there's another 2. He's rolled the 2s when he needed them so far. He needs another one now because he gets hit again. Wells has gone to the well. He comes in, doesn't roll the 2, but he gets 6-1. That's just going to cover. Now he has a 1 to play. He's just going to anchor up just in case something crazy happens. And Dennis needs a 3. And he gets 1. Now he has a 5 to play. He's just going to drop it behind. David has 6-1. It's just going to come in. There's no other play here. Now Dennis is a precarious position. He's not flexible at all and really can't afford leaving a shot. 6-4. He can... Oh, he doesn't see. He can take 2 checkers out. He didn't even look at it. Maybe it would have been... Maybe it would have been wrong, but he definitely should have looked at it. He would not have been hit that roll, but it's quite possible it would have been wrong. So maybe he knew it already. He could have thought, if I roll 6-4, 6-5, 5-4, I'm not bringing those checkers out. Maybe he just knew not to. So it's possible he had already thought about it, but it didn't look like he looked at it. He didn't look at it. Yep, of course. Saving the gammon is very important here. Well, not getting gammoned is closer to winning. 4-2. What's he gonna do here? Wow. So Dennis, his first thought is just to hit because this wins the most. I think hitting definitely wins the most, but also gets the most gammons. So that's his hesitation. Big roll here. Double fours. He doesn't hit. So now Dennis needs a 4 or 5 to cover. He gets the 4. Now he needs a 6. He has a 6 to play. If he comes down, well, if he comes out, it's 5-2, 5. I'm sorry, 5-2 is duplicated. And then he also has 5-6 and 5-3 and 5-5. No, 5-5 does not hit. So it's like 6 numbers, I think I said. And this is only 5-3. He says 5-2 and 5-6 and 5-3 it is. Can David roll it? No, he can't. So Dennis needs to hit this 2 or 8 shot to put the second checker up. He doesn't get it. 4-1, so he should reduce blots for sure. How is the best way to reduce your shots? I'm looking at that checker on the 7 point and thinking it should probably come in. And then if you move that 4, then you don't have... So what is this? Oh, this duplicates the 3. So this is only 5-3 and 5-2. 5-3 and 5-2. I like this play, actually. I like that play a lot. Oh, it is one more blot. So once again, this is only 5-2 and 5-3, so maybe this is probably right. Double 3s is no good. But he needs an 8 to hit that second checker, but he doesn't need to hit the second checker. He'd like to. 6-1. It's just, I think he's supposed to play with one blot. Oh, he can't play with one blot. Out or down? Oh, he has to come closer. Oh, this duplicates the 5-6. Or this is just 5-5. Do you duplicate? No, the other play is better, I'm pretty sure. Because there's a 2 duplication and a 6-2. Oh, wrong checker, Dennis. Dennis is feeling the nerves, it looks like. He's down to a minute.
Oh, you couldn't hit that. That's there.
Yep, this is the play. No. Oh, yeah, this is the play. So he actually couldn't duplicate the 2. 5-4. And he's going to play safe here. No, he does not play safe. I think he should have. I think he just would have played 6-2. Double 4s. And now he has numbers to close out the board. And that's not one of them. But it makes the 8 point. No shots. No shots is a winning play right now. Wow, David Wells just fanned all along to give Dennis this chance. 3-2. Another chance. This seems like clearly the play. Only 5-4 hits. And now Dennis is way up in the race. 6-4. The wrong 10. David Wells needed double 5s or 5-4 there. This match should be over. It should be in hand. Dennis is thinking about leaving just 2 more shots to bring 3 checkers in. Or he can play that one, 3, and that one. This looks right to me. No shots. Oh, David Wells' clock was running. That's strange. 4-3. Time to leave the... Oh, no, maybe not. Yes, nice play. Nice play. Nice play. Double 1s. And it looks like this is a very anticlimactic finish to what's been a great match. I think you'd... So this is 6-5 and... We'll go to the ace. David Wells just can't bring that checker in. And that should do it. He's trying to figure out which is safer. I think clearing that point is safer. Because now we can clear it without leaving a shot this roll. And then he's 75% to come in. So this looks like it's all but said and done. And there it is. Mr. Dennis Culpepper, the Super Jackpot champion of the first Miami Open. It's been a great tournament. Bill, do you want to say something before we sign off? Or are we signing off? We are signing off. Tara says yes forever. For this year. Tara says she is happy to be done for the weekend. It's been a long, grueling weekend for Bill and Tara. They've run this stream all day and all night, most days with maybe all days without even a dinner break. And so kudos to them for the professional and fantastic streaming, keeping our community connected so people around the world can watch these fantastic matches here in
thank you.
Miami and all the other places that they do it.
Thank you, Rory, so much. And we just appreciate everyone who watched all these 5 days. And hopefully you enjoyed the commentary.
you
And
fall over?
she's shutting her down. You'll see the credits, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I didn't do anything.
Anyone run that match yet?
I don't think there was live transcription. I could be wrong. I can't imagine. Your checker play, if you're taking, is clearly, but I think it's double. The consensus was not that there was one, but yeah. Oh, I am the next. I made it. Thank you. Who are you? Beat me twice and wasting both of them. So were they? Didn't we swap 10%? No. You sure? What do you mean? We did get to the end.
I went to 2% in.